Gerry the Giraffe, written and narrated by M. David Van Wieren.
Hi, my name is Gerry, and I'll be your tour guide today. Welcome to the Ghana Zoo. A little bit about myself. When I was born, I landed on my head. My mama mourned and left me there for dead. A ranger found me and threw me in his truck. And when I came to, I was in the Ghana Zoo. So I got to know everybody in the zoo, even the little critters. But enough about me. Let me introduce you to the rest of my adopted family. This is my Aunt Buddy Baboon. She took me in and raised me as her own. And this is my Uncle Bob. He taught me how to play punk rock on guitar. I can sing and dance too, you know. This is Jerome the Green Mamba. He sleeps most of the time, but when he's awake, he can be a bit grouchy. And these are my friends Ed and Edna. They're twins. This is Fufu. He's a white tiger and insists on getting his hair combed every day. This is Marmalade. She looks like the jam on my toast in the morning. This is Judah. He usually hangs out in the shade with his pride of lionesses. Say hello to Xanadu the zebra. He's my friend from the water hole. This is our friend and keeper Malcolm. I made him some ice cream from the water buffalo milk, and that is when he discovered he was lactose intolerant. This is Adiku. He takes care of Wilhelmina the water buffalo. And this is his sister Angela. She takes care of Willie, our other water buffalo. The water buffalo are great at pulling things like a giraffe named Ed that won't get out of bed in the morning. I forgot. What is your name? Well, he never forgets anything. Adai, I'll pay you back, I promise. Hang on a second while I do the zoo news. We have a very intricate news network around here. This is a live wire. One bird sees something and then tells another bird and so on until it lands on my desk. We get the news all the way up north from Timbuktu in Mali. News travels fast through our network. Let me see here.
Deux chemins est entré en collision. For those of you who speak French, let me translate. Two camels collided.
It's always tragic when camels collide. Spit flying everywhere. Let's see, what other news is there?
Monsoon season is expected to start in 2 weeks. I better up my flood insurance.
And that's all the news that's fit to print. Wait,
A family of dodo birds has been spotted 40 kilometers away.
do you realize what this could do for the zoo? We would be the only ones in the world with a dodo bird. I could finally launch my singing career. Tour's over. I gotta take my mud bath and go get the dodo. Mud baths are so good for my skin. The minerals penetrate deep, and it also helps exfoliate. Not to mention killing all the tiny little bugs. The itch. It lowers my blood pressure, too. It's relaxing. Well, I'm done. Time to rinse off. Thank you, Adai. I'll make sure to get you that box of sugar cubes when I get back. I feel like I'm 2 years younger. Adai, what's the quickest way to the Adam waterfalls?
Turn right at the village and head up the hill. Go north through the plain and then right to the jungle. The path will take you to the waterfalls. I'm a little jealous since that was near my childhood home. Mine too, said Aboaji.
Mine too,
Said Nanianka.
I'm taking the twins with me on the trip.
Mom, Dad, there are 3 giraffes walking through town.
Yelled Yawa,
You don't see that every day,
said his dad.
Charlie.
Said Gerry.
Aquaba!
They replied. The 3 giraffes made their way through the streets and up the hill. They looked down on the city and marveled at how much it had grown. They walked alongside the Presbyterian College of Education. Finally, they were at the top of the hill. They walked along a river and into the countryside.
Race you to the jungle!
Shouted Gerry as he bolted across the plain. When they arrived at the outskirts of the jungle, they ate some lunch.
Guess what town the dodo is in?
Asked Gerry.
I don't know,
Said Ed.
Dodowa.
Said Gerry.
You mean they named the town after the bird?
Asked Edna.
That's hilarious.
Said Ed and Edna.
They've been sitting here in Ghana the whole time,
Said Gerry.
They may be extinct in Mauritius, but they're still here in Ghana.
Gerry explained.
We're getting close to the waterfalls.
Said Edna.
I can hear them in the distance.
The giraffes made their way along a stream in the jungle. There were lots of noises in the jungle.
This place sounds like a zoo.
Gerry
It's
remarked.
so beautiful, though.
Edna commented.
I don't even need a dye here.
Said Gerry.
How cool is this?
Gerry asked Ed.
It's definitely a 10 on my scale.
Ed replied.
I would love to spend the day here, said Gerry, but we gotta roll. Not till I take a quick plunge.
Said Ed.
Me too.
Said Edna. Ed and Edna loved the cool water coming down from the waterfalls.
Well, all right,
Said Gerry.
we can have a little fun.
When they arrived at Dodowa, they explained the situation to the dodos. Dodzi and Dofi agreed to go to the zoo and spend their lives there. The 3 giraffes and the 2 dodos returned to the zoo and walked along the waterhole. The buffalo were wallowing in the water. Gerry warned the alligators.
If you touch either of these birds, I will personally kick in your teeth.
The gators laughed.
We can't hurt something that's already extinct.
Don't even think about it.
Gerry warned them. As they continued around the waterhole, Gerry introduced the birds to the other animals. The zebras offered free taxi service for a year.
Second year you have to pay,
Said Xanadu.
We prefer carrots.
Xenia commented.
one each way.
Xanadu explained. After dropping off the dodos, the giraffes sat down for dinner.
We did good.
Said Ed.
I must admit, I'm pleased as punch.
Gerry agreed.
We should start practicing our songs tomorrow.
Said Edna.
You'll have a better chance of getting discovered with backup singers.
Edna explained.
Now that you mention it, I need to make my dressing room writer and my green room list for my concerts.
Thought Gerry.
I definitely need acacia leaves and Thai tea.
He continued.
And then there's all that fruit.
Edna said as she daydreamed.
We are gonna be so full that we won't be able to perform.
Gerry reasoned.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Said Edna.
It sounds good to me.
Ed commented.
We'll
be your entourage, Gerry.
Said Ed and Edna.
Better than that, said Gerry. We'll call ourselves Abusua, which means family.
Gerry whispered in Ed's ear.
I want to go for a sunset walk with your sister, capiche?
Gerry and Edna went for a walk to look out on the plain at sunset.
Yeah, kids.
Said Gerry. That means good night.